Kroger Tender Ray Beef, no other beef so fresh can be so tender, presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. Well, ladies, I guess you've all been looking at the calendar, and if you have, you're very much aware that Christmas is coming. And Christmas means turkey. Kroger turkey, because your Kroger store is where you'll find the season's finest turkeys. Kroger priced for better value. These elegant birds are plump, tender, heavy-breasted. They're fairly bursting with delicious meat, white meat and dark meat, lots of tender breast and loads of succulent leg and wing meat. Yes, you can be sure that the turkey you buy at your Kroger store is the best that modern scientific methods can produce. These young tender birds have been raised in the best turkey-growing areas by experienced turkey farmers. They've been specially fed on a diet of rich milk and grain. And they're expertly dressed, just the way you dress a prize bird with pin feathers deftly removed. What's more, each bird has been carefully selected by critical experts to assure absolute top quality. This year, be sure to get a really fine turkey. It's not a bit too soon to ask your Kroger meat man to reserve a Kroger turkey for you. Order it now, and be sure you get the exact size you want in these finest turkeys. The pick of the flock, Kroger priced for better value. Yes, the Kroger low price will help you save. So place your order now and be sure of the tenderest, juiciest, best turkey you ever ate. And now, Hearts in Harmony. Without love, no life is complete. Young Dr. Joel Evans tried to make Penny Gibbs see this, but his efforts were in vain. For since the death of her fiancé, Penny has turned her mind and heart toward other things. She's planning a community center for the youngsters of Rossville, and as always is ready to untangle the problems of her friends. It's Freddie Lang's problem which is foremost in Penny's mind these days. For the second time, she listens to Freddie as he says,
I know I went through most of it yesterday, Penny, but I just got to talk to you about it again. Is it okay?
Of course it's okay, Freddie. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about it myself.
I don't want you to get any gray hairs over this, Penny, but, well, after all, it's my problem.
Freddie, I don't mind sharing it with you if I can help you solve it.
The only thing to do is one of two things, Gibbsy. I got to give her the $1,000 that she wants, or chase her out of town somehow or other anyway.
I wouldn't give her the money if I were you.
I'm not going to. At least not now, I'm not. That's mostly because I don't have it.
No, but even if you did have it, I wouldn't be too quick about giving it to her. Freddie, you have no way of knowing that she keep her promise.
Yeah, I sure wouldn't. I learned a long time ago not to trust that Burroughs dame at all. But look, Penny, knowing what not to do isn't getting me anywhere.
Freddie, have you ever thought about just going straight to Nora and telling her about the girl?
Sure, but that's just what I don't want to do.
Well, why not?
Because of what Nora might think.
Well, you ought to know that when it comes to a choice of your word against the word of anyone else, Nora'd take yours.
Yeah, sure, I know that. At least I hope it's true, but look, Nora's too sweet a kid even to be told about people like Helen, and telling Nora the whole story won't run Helen out of town. And if I don't get her out of town, sooner or later, she will get to Nora, and she's going to spout a whole pack of lies. Now, even if Nora doesn't believe a word of what Helen says, I still don't want her to hear them.
Freddie, let me ask you just one thing. And truly, I'm not asking this because I doubt you in any way.
I know what you want to ask. Is there any truth at all in what Helen could tell Nora about me? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
No, there isn't. Not a thing she could say truthfully about me that you and Nora don't already know. Nothing she could say could hurt me. The danger is that Helen might hurt Nora. And not only mentally, but physically as well. Helen's a crazy kid, and she's got an awful jealous streak, Penny. And a temper like a wildcat with a hot foot.
Freddie, what would happen if I went to talk to this girl?
No, I don't want you to do that.
Well, why not? I'm a woman. And sometimes it takes a woman to handle a woman.
Helen Burroughs needs manhandling, Penny. And I mean like this. Straight to the jaw.
Oh, that'd make matters very simple, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, she probably had me in jail for assault and battery in about 5 minutes. And Nora would really be hurt.
Oh, tell me where the girl lives and I'll try and talk to her.
No, Gibbsy, nothing doing. It's out.
Well, I don't see why. I certainly couldn't do any harm. It might even do some good.
The only way anybody can talk to Helen is with money. And that's not a hint that I want money from you either to give to her.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't give you money for that reason, even if I had it. Frankly, I think the more you give to her, the more she'll want. You know, money could be her chief reason for coming to Rossville.
Yes, and I think it is, too. When she heard I was up here, maybe she heard that I was doing okay, too. I'd like to clip the guy who told her where to find me.
Don't be silly. That wouldn't help matters.
Well...
Look, you can solve your problem one of two ways. Tell Nora all about the girl and take the sting out of anything she might say to Nora. Or find some way to make Helen leave town.
Gibbsy, that's what I want to do. I want to make her leave town.
But how, Freddie? You're not going to do it with money.
Yes, and you won't be able to do it with words either. It's one of the reasons it's crazy for you to even see her.
Is there more than one reason?
Look, I don't want you to get near her any more than I want Nora to get near her. If you said something she didn't like, Penny, she'd blow her top, and then there's no telling what she might do.
Freddie, you listen to me for a minute. This isn't getting you anywhere. Saying no to everything never accomplishes anything. Now, tell me one thing. Have you ever tried to reason with Helen?
It can't be done.
How do you know if you tried?
No, I haven't.
You've probably been just as nasty to her as she's been to you, haven't you?
Well, I had to be tough, Gibbsy. It's the only kind of treatment that dame understands.
Maybe that's where you're wrong. Maybe if you were nice to her and quiet about it, sat down and tried to explain things to her, she'd see your side of the situation and leave you alone.
Yeah? Well, I'd try that if I thought it'd do any good, but... No, I can tell you right now it won't.
You can't tell me anything about it till you've tried it.
No, Gibbsy. It's just a waste of time. She won't listen.
All right. Okay, then let me talk to her. Let me try being nice and see what happens.
Well, if you think it's really worth a try, I'll try it. Now, look, you've got troubles enough of your own without mixing in mine, so
yes,
I'll...
but will you really promise to be nice to let me try?
No, that's out. That's definitely out.
Hey, Helen, it's Freddie.
Oh, how nice. Hello, honey. Come
Hi.
on in.
Thanks.
What's this all about? And how much money?
Well, Helen, I got some bad news for you in the money department.
Oh? Then I've got bad news for you.
No, wait a minute, Helen. I just mean I haven't got it yet. I'm still trying to get it.
Well, you'd better get it, too.
Well, I'm doing my best. I'll keep trying till I do.
Well, you've sort of given in to little Helen, huh?
Well, I don't like to see you busted, Helen, and you know me. If I can help an old friend out of a jam, I want to do it.
Well, now, isn't that sweet?
Sure.
What's come over you, Rover boy? You're as meek as a little lamb.
Nothing at all. I was just thinking that... Well, Helen, if I do you a favor, then you'll do one for me, huh?
Yeah, I thought there was a catch.
No catch at all. Look, Well, now, look, if I keep my promise to get you some dough, then you'll keep your promise about getting out of town, won't you?
Get me the money first, and then we'll talk about that.
Well, sure.
Sure. That's all I get from your talk. I want money. I can't buy food with talk or clothes or pay the rent even on this crummy room. Now get out of here and get me that money, $1,000. I'll make you wish you was never born.
Well, it's going to take some time to get that much dough together, Helen. Look, would you settle for just a little less?
I'll settle for $1,000. And if I don't get it pretty soon, I'll settle something else with you. Now get out of here and don't come back until you got that dough. Who is it? Who is it? I said, who is it? Oh.
May I come in?
Who are you?
My name is Gibbs, Penny Gibbs.
Oh? What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you if you don't mind.
I mind. But... Oh, come on in.
Thank you. You're Helen Burroughs, aren't you?
You ought to know that's who you came to see, ain't it?
Yes, it is. I wonder if you know who I am.
Yeah, I know. You're the dame who made an angel out of Freddie. What do? Fight all his battles for him?
I didn't come here to fight a battle, Miss Burroughs.
Well, how do you like that? I miss Burroughs all of a sudden. Look, let me save you a lot of trouble. I know why you're here, and I know who sent you. So why don't you just go right back where you came from, pick up your knitting, and forget all about me?
Miss Burroughs, I thought we might sit down together and try and find out just what it is you want from Freddie.
So that is why you're here. That spineless weasel did send you, didn't he?
No, he didn't send me. In fact, he wouldn't even tell me where you lived. I had to find out by following him here today.
Well, I don't fall for that, sister. Rover Boy was here less than an hour ago, and putting on a sweet act, too. I thought there was a reason for it, and now I know there was. was to get me ready for you.
No, really, Freddie has no idea that I'm here. In fact, he didn't want me to come to see you. This is strictly my own idea.
Well, no matter whose idea it is. Just what do you think it's going to get you?
I want to know just what you think annoying Freddie is going to get you.
You want to know a lot, don't you?
I know that Freddie has a wife, a lovely young wife. And he'll do anything to keep her from being hurt.
I know that, too. Too bad I know it, ain't it?
Miss Burroughs, do you also know that Freddie's wife is going to have a baby?
Sure. So what?
So don't you see that no matter what you and Freddie meant to each other several years ago, Freddie's changed? His position in life has changed. He has responsibilities.
I'll say he has responsibilities, and I'm one of them. He either takes care of me or I take care of him.
Just what do you think you can do to him?
Plenty.
You really think so? Miss Burroughs, I happen to know the truth about what went on between you and Freddie in New York, and I know that you have no hold whatsoever on it.
That's Freddie's story. How would you like to hear mine?
No, thanks. Look, can't we be reasonable about this? Maybe Freddie made mistakes several years ago, but in the last 2 years he's made up for them. He's worked hard, he owns a farm, he married a girl he loves, and in a while he's going to be a father. Do you think it's fair of you to try and ruin his life and upset his wife's happiness? Freddie hasn't done anything to hurt you, has he?
I ain't saying...
You're not saying because you know he's never done anything to hurt you. And you also know that there's really nothing you can do to hurt him.
Nah. You think there ain't, huh? Well, you just tell Freddie not to give me what I want, and you see what I do to him. And don't come butting into my business anymore, neither, because I don't like people who butt into my business. And I'll tell you something else, too.
Will you?
Yeah. I don't like you, sister. And it's a funny thing. But people I don't like always end up with trouble they don't know how to handle.
So Penny has gone to see Helen Burroughs and has been threatened with trouble herself. Has Penny once again attempted to help a friend and only brought more heartache to herself? And has Freddie been telling the truth about his relationship with Helen? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. Ladies, you'll agree that your Christmas turkey should be super good. But please remember, no matter how good a cook you are, if the bird you put into the oven isn't super, the bird you take out of the oven isn't going to be super either. That's why it's so important to order a top-quality turkey. And that's what you'll find at your Kroger store. Yes, your Kroger store is featuring the season's finest turkeys, Kroger priced for better value. These elegant birds are plump, tender, heavy-breasted, and carefully selected by critical experts to assure absolute top quality. These birds have a real country fresh flavor because they're raised in the best turkey growing areas, because they're scientifically fed for flavor and expertly dressed, as cleanly as you yourself would dress a prize bird. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store without delay and order your Christmas Kroger turkey. If you place your order early, you'll make sure of getting one of these fine birds in the exact size you want. This Christmas, enjoy the tenderest, juiciest, best turkey you ever ate. Kroger priced for better value. Yes, the Kroger low price actually helps you save. So order your Kroger turkey now at your Kroger store and get the exact size you want. Listen again tomorrow, same time, same station, for another exciting transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.